Hi, my name is Dirk and today I want to talk about the probably most modified inflatable boat on the internet. The first thing I have to say, it's very important because most of my viewers are Germans, is this, everything you see here is not paid by Intex, it's paid by myself. I'm not paid by Intex for this video. It's important for me to say because I'm German and in Germany you are a bad guy as soon as you earn money on the internet. Okay? Fine. So, we talk about the Intex Excursion series from Intex. The probably most modified inflatable boat on the internet, I say. And why is it important to have a boat? Because as long as you have no boat, you are a man without a boat. As soon as you have a boat, you are a man with a boat. And this will change your experience on every seaside holiday you will make. And this little boat, everything you see here, this is the whole equipment you need to have a very sturdy and good boat, is, in my eyes, the cheapest and best way to get you on the water if you are a free-time holiday sailor like me. Sailor, skipper is better, yeah, because without sailing we use the trolling motor. So let's talk about modifying this boat and what is useful and what is not so useful. I saw many videos from modifying the boat, and I modified my boat about 12 years ago and it's still in service. So we have got a little boat for cheap money which is in service now for about a dozen years and I use it quite often. I already own 3 little boats now, but this is a boat which I use really the most. And yeah, it's a quite nice boat for every reason you need if you are a small skipper. Maybe you want to have a holiday, want to go out to a beach when you are on the seaside, you want to go fishing or something else. Yeah, really a good boat. Why we need to modify this boat? This boat can be used out of the box as it comes to you. It's no problem to use that. But when you want to have a little bit more powerful boat and you want to get it a little bit more sturdy, it's really useful to modify it a little bit. And so let's see what are useful modifying systems which I chose and which I used in the last 12 years. You don't need to do more on this boat. It's not necessary. I saw a lot of videos where people build up an Excursion 4, Excursion 5 boats with great modifying, great setups, yeah. But the first thing why I modified the boat the way I did it, yeah, I can show you at once. This is a whole storing room you need for the boat. Everything. You don't need more space for it. That's great. You can transport this boat to every lake, to every seaside, to every coast, easily with your car. You don't need a marina. You don't need much place. If you have got a garage or only a flat, you easily will find a place where you can store this boat. It's one of the great reasons why this boat is so good and why so many people love that boat. So let's start to see what I did to make this boat better. So the first thing I have to talk about when I talk about my modifications is my seat box. My seat box is even the storing box for the boat when I'm not on sea. And yeah, the original bag for the Intex. Held a few years and now it's damaged and not useful anymore. But I never needed to use that because I've got this seat box, so I can store my Intex inside the seat box. And you see something I made here. Here are 2 holes for the battery contacts where I can get the cable through. And these 2 pipes here from stainless steel are to fix the motor mount. I will come to that later. It's very important to get a stable motor mount. as soon as you get a little bit stronger motor, and this was the reason why I decided to modify this boat. Everything started with the motor I chose. One thing which is a nice to have but not a must have is a good pump for the boat. I've got a 20 volt echo molded pump. The pump Intex sent you out of the box is good enough to pump up the boat. It takes you about 10 to 20 minutes, but when you're a bit lazy like me, it's much more comfortable to use a pump, electric pump. So I use this pump from a discounter from Germany. It's well enough. One thing we have to say about the boat itself is the floor ventile of the old Excursion series. I don't know how it is with the new Excursions, but the old ones have got a little bit problem with this ventile in the floor. This is not the best ventile. So you see, I can quickly pump it up, but this ventile doesn't hold the air very good. You will lose air in the floor. So the first decision every modder makes very soon is to put a wooden floor into the boat. I used easy wooden plates, and for adjusting the floor I made these stainless steel connectors to hold it in place. Very easy going. Quick and fast. So now I've got two steel profiles. This. And they help me keep everything in place and keep it sturdy. So this is my floor construction. The reason why I decided to take these stainless profiles and not piano bands is because this is much more stable. When you go on this keeps everything inside, and even if the sea gets a little bit rougher and there are a little bit more wind and there's a little bit more waves, this is much more stable to drive with this boat. So to use the seat on the boat, I use 4 screws. So, this keeps the seat in its place fine, and now one of the main pieces of the seat is a better motor mount. So we start to attach the motor mount to the boat. The motor mount is the only thing I replaced in 12 years. This is the old motor mount from wooden plate, and this is quite good. This works and this is still okay, but it has got a little problem. When it gets wet, this gets a little bit slippery and the motor can start to swing around. So I decided to buy the new Intex motor mount from plastic. That is much more secure. When you tie up the motor there, this won't slip around when the motor gets wet, or when the motor mount gets wet. Yeah, that's okay. It's much better, much better. Believe me. Don't buy the wooden thing. When I bought this boat 12 years ago, the motor mount was only available in the wooden version, and this came a few years later. You must find the screw holes I made. As you see, I don't use the upper motor slings. That's the reason, I will tell you. Everything has a reason I do on this boat. And it's part of my experiences I made. Already fits from alone, so often I've used that. And I only use the under strings. Slings. Keep an eye to have the rope over the motor mount. Yeah, it takes a little bit more pressure from the motor. There's so much pressure because my motor is overpowered for this boat, and that's the reason I have to use this modified motor mount. We have to take pressure from the construction of the Intex boat, because this can't take all the pressure from this overpowered motor. You will destroy your boat, really. So that's the reason why I made this like that. I'll show you the motor later. So now we can pump up the boat completely. Maybe the boat is a little bit overinflated now, but that's okay. It's really a strong boat. The inner ring is overinflated. That's not so bad. It's okay. See, this pops out and so it means it's overinflated. But that is okay. The inner ring takes a lot of pressure from the cargo. So, you see now, we mount the motor. And our trolling motor is much too powerful for the normal boat. Normally, Intex says the Excursion 4 can take 18 pounds motor power or 8.2 kilograms. And this motor is the Zepco Reno VX54 and it has 55 pound motor power. And that's much too much for this boat. When I bought the boat, I was quite unexperienced in what I buy, and this motor was in sell out action, you know, in a sale action, and so I bought it for a little bit cheaper than normal, and I thought more power is better. Yeah, more power is better. But this was the reason for all the modification I did on this boat. This motor with this power, that much power, will destroy your boat in 3 or 5 turns. And now this is really, when you sit here on the seat, like I do when I steering the boat, I sit here and look how comfortable it is to stand in the boat. So I sit here and all the pressure goes now to the point where the most weight in the boat is, me, here. And all the power pushes the boat forward, and this gives the boat a lot of more speed, not much more speed, and you get a lot of more power from the motor, and you won't destroy the construction of the boat itself. Every pressure goes to this place, here, and here's the weight, it's me. So I push the motor in the water with my weight, and I push the motor pushes me forward on the whole construction of the boat, not only on these lashes. And this will be destroyed by such a strong motor. Very, very sure that this won't hold long with such a powerful motor. So, this is a complete mount on the floor, the motor and the seat. When I constructed the floor 12 years ago, I didn't see so many videos like now, and many people do it now with carpet. That's clever, yeah. But I didn't do that in the past, and I want to construct this new. So it is like it is. And I said I don't like the piano papers, piano bands, like the piano bands, because this is much more secure, keeps the boat much stronger, and even when it gets windy or get waves, you see this don't flap up or something else. Yeah, that's very solid, really solid. So, since I don't have a carpet, and this gets hot in the sun, we use this. Or maybe a pillow or something else, yeah. So that you don't burn your feet when it gets very hot in the sun. I mean, most time This is a waterproof battery box and it contains a 100 ampere hour AGM battery. You get really far with 100 ampere hours. But I would take a second one on the other side to get more distance, which I can make with this boat. 100 ampere hours are good, 200 are better. Believe me, I drive this boat about 12 years now. I know what is possible with this boat. When you drive with this battery, you can reach a distance with this motor, Renault VX54. Renault VX54. With this motor you get distance from about 10 miles. So you can drive 5 miles and then you have to go back. How I said, this is a 100 ampere hour battery. It's really clever to use these battery boxes. You can test the battery capacity by pushing here. Already good capacity now. Loading that with solar panels. I've got 100 watt panels here. And yeah, this is a quite good thing when you make a break at the beach or somewhere else, yeah. And it's sunny times. I have to attach that on a better way. I don't have that very long now, but that's very good. I use that 3 or 2 times now, and you really can get a lot of extra power and more distance with this solar panels. 100 watts, not more. When you drive the boat in Croatia, there's always sun, yeah? And you can charge this full in about 12 hours. Really good, fast, very good. Now I've got 12.2 volts. I've deep circled this battery last time, and yeah, I'm loading in about 5 hours now. No, not really, 3 hours. So yeah, I'm very happy with these solar panels. They're very good. Good enough for a small journey. Yeah. So these are a few game-changing features you need for this boat. The solid floor, the good seat. Now with the battery box, I don't have to store the battery inside the seat, so I can store my equipment in the seat. Maybe my fishing equipment, something to drink, something to eat or something. Everything we like to take with on our tours. I can put into the seat. That's a great thing, because I want to have the main weight of the boat on the back side of the boat to push the motor into the water. Yeah. So one more game-changing thing is Bimini sun sail. With this, you don't get sunburned, and when you drive in Croatia, the sun is heavy, really heavy. So I bought the orange one from Intex because I didn't want to construct this myself, and this one is very good. Really, this is very good. My wife loves it, my children love it, and I love it too. Easy to adjust, and this is for really small money on the market, about 60 bucks. And when I want to make something for myself, maybe from tarp or something else, it can cost me could be a little bit cheaper, but I don't think that this is a place where I can save much money, and this thing works really good. It's attached in a few minutes or seconds if you are better than me. It's very lightweight. false side. False side. Huh? And this makes traveling around with this boat very comfortable. Your wife will be happy and your children will be happy, believe me. You know, happy wife, happy life. Something true in that wisdom. So, it's attached bimini sail. Today it's a little bit windy here, and you can see even when it's windy this is quite solid. That's great. And when it gets too windy you can lose this attachment and lower the other side. And put the whole thing together. And now you're safe from wind destroying it or something else. Then advise you to buy that when you go to sea. This will change your life every time. Here's the anchor. Small anchor like this doesn't cost much, and you can anchor the boat up to 3 meters. Water deeps. You won't do that. Oh, when you go fishing, you have got a good fishing spot. Through the anchor outside, and yeah, you are fine. You're anchoring, and then you can go fishing without drifting to the beach when the wind goes from the seaside to the land side, or there's some streaming. Yeah. Don't think you can drive this outside on the ocean and get into high waves. Don't do that. This is a fine weather boat. When the sun shines, when the wind is not too strong and the waves are not so hard. Yeah, it's a raft. This is not a boat for hard seas. But when the weather is fine and you go out, you will have a lot of fun with Intex Excursion. When it is modified a little bit, you have more fun. And really the bimini sail is really a game changer on all the sunny days, and you only will use it on sunny days, believe me. Believe me. As soon as the wind goes high and the waves go high, you don't have much fun driving around in rough seas. This is a raft. It's even not a wild water raft. It's a sunny raft for make some journeys with the family, maybe go fishing, drive around on lakes, on the coast side of Croatia. I love Croatia. Yeah, it's fine to drive with that.